Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the Supreme Court and a case that it has on its docket, on the shadow docket, that could have some pretty wide ranging impacts that will probably cause a lot of tension in the United States. One of the questions that I get pretty often in when people are asking about that video, let's talk about a comprehensive gun control plan or something like that. People ask why I didn't say that there should be an assault weapons ban. Now, there's actually a whole bunch of reasons for that, but the main one in that video is the criteria was that it had to be able to survive the Supreme Court. And the rebuttal to that from people has always been, well, they've upheld state ones. Previous courts did, but there was a lot of settled law that has been overturned. Sitting on the Supreme Court shadow docket right now, if you don't know what the shadow docket is, it's a docket for like emergency hearings and stuff like that. There's a case, National Association for Gun Rights versus the City of Naperville, I don't know how to pronounce it. And the Supreme Court has a number of options with it. They could decide very narrowly, or they could just decide widely. Now, the shadow docket cases, they don't get like a full hearing. They don't get the full treatment. A lot of times they don't even get mentioned in the press. But the Supreme Court has options. If they rule narrowly on it, it will probably open the door to a full challenge where this court will review assault weapons bans at the state and local level. Or they could just decide to rule widely on it right away, in which case they might strike down every assault weapons ban and high-capacity magazine, what gets termed high-capacity magazine ban in the country all at once. The case is already there. It's on the docket. We don't know what they're going to do with it, but this is one that it shouldn't be a surprise. When whatever happens with it happens, I feel like with this court, the most likely outcome is going to be either fully doing away with assault weapons bans or opening the door for another case to do away with them so they can get the full hearing. The balance of the court right now, it seems incredibly likely that this court would reverse a lot of previous gun control legislation, and this might be the start of it. So it's one of those things that people just need to be ready for, and it's probably time to begin looking at other options, even if they are more expensive, to try to mitigate some of the harm. Because the odds of the gun control side winning before this court is pretty slim. It's possible, but it doesn't seem likely. And that case has made it to their shadow docket. So this is something that we should find out about in the next few months. But when that decision happens, whatever it is, there are going to be a lot of people who are heavily invested in that as a solution that are going to have to acknowledge that until the court changes, that's the way it is. So it's time to start looking at other options, other things that are on the table that can be used to mitigate, reduce harm, and save lives. Don't get so locked into one solution, because that solution, it may not be on the table much longer. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.